Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
You're listening to House of Cards.
Today, the game is different.
I want to gamble. Gambling is a very serious business. Is that clear?
Welcome to House of Cards. Dave Weishuttle with you here, deep from the swamps of Jersey. We got a great show coming up for you. The Kentucky Derby is one of the sports world's premier events. It also serves as the backdrop of a great book by first-time author Mark Paul. The book is called The Greatest Gambling Story Ever Told, a true tale of three gamblers, the Kentucky Derby, and the Mexican Cartel. Coming up, we're going to hear all about this amazing story from the author himself, Mark Paul. So stick around. We'll be right back with House of Cards. Hey, Dave Weishuttle from House of Cards. I just got my Dugout mug delivered, and I am loving it. Dugout mugs are mugs made out of baseball bats, and they are officially licensed by Major League Baseball so you can get your favorite baseball team's logo on your mug. Just think of it, enjoying your favorite drink while watching your favorite baseball team with your team's logo on your mug made from a baseball bat. They can even make customized mugs. Check out the mug they made for House of Cards. I mean, just look at that. That looks awesome. I've never seen anything like them. If you go to dugoutmugs.com, you'll find out they even make more things than mugs. They have baseball board games, grilling equipment made from baseball bats. They even have a section for gifts for under $30. Head on over to dugoutmugs.com because if you're a baseball fan or need a gift for a baseball fan, you have to check out Dugout Mugs. And use our promo code PIKE at checkout to get 20% off your purchase price. That's promo code PIKE, P-I-K-E. Also, free shipping with orders over $99. You can't beat that. DugoutMugs.com. That's my go-to place if I need a gift for a baseball fan. Well, if you excuse me now, the game is about to go on, and the wind is just right for drinking. Hey, this is Dave Weishuttle from House of Cards with your House of Cards gaming report for the week of April 27th, 2026. According to an analysis by CBRE Institutional Research, 3 full-scale casinos planned for the New York City area could generate more than $5.6 billion in annual gaming revenue. Research places the base case at $4.7 billion in annual gross gaming revenue once all 3 casino properties reach full maturity after the year 2031. Gaming is projected to remain the primary revenue driver, accounting for roughly 70 to 72% of total resort income. Caesars Entertainment announced the return of its iconic national gaming event, the Millionaire Maker Series. The famous slot event is set to launch in April 2026 and culminate in a high-stakes 2-day slot tournament finale in Las Vegas in April 2027. The 2026-27 Millionaire Maker will span Caesars' 50-plus destinations across North America, as well as its online platforms. And finally, TV personality Lisa Vanderpump will be opening up her new hotel on the Las Vegas Strip in May. The Vanderpump Hotel, created in a partnership with Caesars Entertainment, will replace the Cromwell and will feature 188 guest rooms as well as a restaurant from chef Giada De Laurentiis. Looks like an interesting place to stay when you're in Vegas. Have any news or tips regarding casinos, gaming, or legislation? Send us an email at newsroom@houseofcardsradio.com and follow us on X at HOC Radio.
You're listening to House of Cards.
I bet you $20 I can get you gambling before the end of the day.
No way.
I'll give you 3-1 odds.
No.
5-1.
No.
10-1.
You're on.
Welcome back to House of Cards. Dave Weishuttle with you. House of Cards is brought to you by BetMGM Casino. Play your favorite casino games at BetMGM Online Casino. Slots, table games, live dealer games, everything you love about Atlantic City and Vegas, all online at BetMGM. Go to BetMGM Casino, create an account using our promo code Turnpike, and become a verified player. New players get $25 free when signing up, plus a first deposit bonus up to $1,000. That's promo code Turnpike at BetMGM.com for a 100% deposit match up to $1,000 plus $25 free. Must be 21 years or older to place a bet. Terms and conditions apply. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. The Kentucky Derby is one of the sports world's premier events. It also serves as the backdrop of a great book by first-time author Mark Paul. Mark Paul is the author of The Greatest Gambling Story Ever Told, a true tale of three gamblers, the Kentucky Derby, and the Mexican cartel, and it's an amazing story. And to tell us all about it, we have Mark Paul on the line. Mark, thanks for joining us.
Good morning, Dave. How are you?
Oh, great. Mark, I read your book from cover to cover, and at no point did I not feel nervous for you guys. Without giving away the great ending in the book, can you tell us a little bit about what your book is about?
Absolutely, Dave. It's a true story that happened to me in 1988, and for a couple of reasons, namely that perhaps some of the money wasn't claimed with the IRS, and the fact that we actually collected our money, I should say we were in a position to collect our money from the Mexican cartel. I thought maybe it was prudent not to tell the story for about 3 decades, but finally I got to the point where I said, I got to tell this story. What happened is that we were semi-professional horse players. You know, we had real jobs too, like commercial real estate brokers, but the fact is that we were going to the track every day, and it was an amazing time to be a horse player at the racetrack. We were members of the turf club. You had to, make a reservation to get in, and the place was packed, and there were beautiful women and hats, and it was a scene at the track. And there was this filly in 1987 named Winning Colors, and she was winning all of her races dominantly. And she was owned by Eugene Klein, who owned the San Diego Chargers professional football team. And he was getting on in years. He'd had a heart attack. We saw an interview, and they asked me, said, Mr. Klein, you own this horse. Winning Colors is winning all of her races by, open legs, and you also own a professional football team. Mr. Klein, if you could win the Super Bowl, you could win the Kentucky Derby, which would you take? He says, I would definitely take the Derby. At the time, there's 26 professional football teams. One of them's going to win, and there's 40,000 horses born every year. It's so much harder to win the Derby. I'd win the Derby. And so my buddy and I go, you know what? This guy's had a heart attack. He's a billionaire. His dream in life is to win the Kentucky Derby. I bet maybe he puts this filly in against the boys in the Derby. That's, mind you, Dave, this is 6 months before the race. Mm-hmm. So we say, all right, what can we get in the futures? What odds can we find? And we see she's only 12-1 in Las Vegas. And we keep searching. We find out she's 50-1 in this little honky racetrack down in Tijuana called Agua Caliente. It's 50-1. So we go down and we bet our asses off on her 51 in Mexico, if you can believe that.
I got to tell you, what struck me from reading the book and even listening to the story you just told is your love and knowledge of the horse racing business. What got you interested in the horse racing business and the behind-the-scenes aspect of the sport?
Oh, man. I first went to the track, I was 14 years old. And a lot of horse players will tell you this. When I walked in to Santa Anita at 14 years old, that was it. That was the greatest place I'd ever seen. I just fell in love with horse racing. The whole idea that you could pick up past performances and study it and try to figure out who the winners are going to be, and then the excitement of you're outdoors and the horses and the people and the screaming, and it's such a beautiful sport. And then when you can put money on it at the same time, I was totally hooked. And I've heard that from a lot of horse players. It's kind of like a gene. You get exposed to the racetrack, you either have it or you either fall in love with it or it's not going to work for you. But for me, that was it.
Reading the book, in the center of the story is Winning Colors, and Winning Colors is a filly, and they don't really do well in the Kentucky Derby. It's very rare that they actually win. What did you and your friend Dino see in Winning Colors that made you really think, this horse has a shot?
Well, we were probably stupid at the time and didn't know it. I mean, the fact is that a filly a female had only won the Derby twice in 114 years. And, these crazy gamblers we think that this filly can win. But she was unique in that her nickname was the Amazon. She weighed nearly 1,200 pounds. It was kind of funny, in the Derby, everybody thought, oh, well, this little petite filly can't go against these ginormous big, stud colts. And the fact is that she was the biggest horse in the race, and she outweighed almost every other horse in the race by 200 pounds. So, we thought that she had a real chance to this.
Okay, hold that thought. We're going to take a quick break. See you on the other side.
You're listening to House of Cards.
Your Majesty, the royal wrestlers await.
I'll bet on the little guy. How much? 3,000 guineas, 2 geese, and a duck. That's a foul bet.
Welcome back to House of Cards. Dave Weishottle with you. House of Cards is brought to you by BetMGM Casino. Play your favorite casino games at BetMGM Online Casino. Slots, table games, live dealer games, everything you love about Atlantic City and Vegas, all online at BetMGM. Go to BetMGM Casino, create an account using our promo code Turnpike, and become a verified player. New players get $25 free when signing up, plus a first deposit bonus up to $1,000. That's promo code Turnpike at BetMGM.com for a 100% deposit match up to $1,000 plus $25 free. Must be 21 years or older to place a bet. Terms and conditions apply. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. For those of you just joining us, I'm talking with Mark Paul, author of the book The Greatest Gambling Story Ever Told, A True Tale of Three Gamblers, the Kentucky Derby, and the Mexican Cartel. Sorry about that. Radio has to do its business, you know. Why don't you continue what you were saying before the break?
And when we found out that they were going to offer us 50 to 1 on her, we bet her. But mind you, we bet on her like 6 months before the race. But the problem really came, Dave, in that as we got closer to the race, we started hearing these really scary, very sketchy stories about Agua Caliente in Tijuana, that the track was going to go out of business. So we started reading all about it, and quickly we found out that the racetrack was owned by a prominent member of the cartel. And we're like, oh, crap, this is not good. You mean to tell us that, we'd wound up, my buddy Dino and our other associate, Big Bernie, and wound up betting about $25,000 on her to win the Derby. We had $1,250,000 to collect, which is a lot of money, by the way, in 1988. And we're thinking now, oh, great, if we win, we've got to go to Tijuana and collect $1,250,000 from the Mexican cartel. Wouldn't it be easier for them just to, not pay us or kill us, or pay us and rob us in the parking lot on the way out? So, usually when you get these kind of horse stories, they're kind of Disney-like, and the horse wins and everybody's cheering and everybody gets married and everybody's happy. This is not that kind of story because when she goes in the Derby, and I don't mind telling you that she wins the Derby because that's not the end of the story. That's really when the story really heats up, is now my buddies and I have to go down to TJ and try to collect $1 million from the cartel. And it was scarier than you can imagine because we had found out there was this journalist, a guy named, his nickname was the Cat, El Gato. And he was the most famous journalist in all of Mexico, or I should say, or at least in northern Mexico. And he was writing negative stories about the owner of the racetrack. And a month before our Derby, his offices, the journalist's offices, are machine gunned in broad daylight, and he survives. And this crazy guy, instead of like backing off, digs in deeper and starts writing more stories about the owner of the racetrack. And now 2 weeks before the Kentucky Derby, he writes another big story, and he is murdered. He's shotgunned to death in broad daylight. And the guys that shot him are arrested, and they turn out the guys that shot the journalist are the head of security for the Agua Caliente racetrack, and the racetrack's personal bodyguard are arrested for the murder. So now we know that not only is the racetrack owned by suspected cartel guys, that even somebody just writes a bad article in the newspaper winds up dead. What the hell is he going to do to guys that try to win $1 million from him, on the Derby? So we're scared to death. But and the story in the book goes on in detail about
yeah, absolutely. Well, let me ask you.
What we had to do, I certainly won't tell anymore.
Well, when you read that story about the death of the reporter, what was going through your head? Was there talk about, what, even if we win, should we not go down and collect? What was going through you and Dino's head when you saw that report about the reporter?
Yeah, that definitely crossed our mind. So we're immediately trying to figure out. We're like, okay, we'll get like a Brinks truck. We'll get an armored truck, and then we check that out. And we can bring an armored truck, but we're not allowed to have armed guards. And then we thought, well, we'll get an armed guards in Tijuana to bring it up for us. We're saying that's probably like paying somebody to rob you.
Yeah.
It was so. What we did, and I think this is my favorite scene in the book, and a lot of people's, is that we thought, well, okay, we'll be really smart. What we'll do is we'll go down and we'll actually watch the Kentucky Derby physically in Tijuana the day of the Derby, because there's going to be like probably, 6,000 people in the race and sports book. They're not going to kill us right in broad daylight with 6,000 people watching us. That'll be smart. So we go down there, and if you can imagine being in a little teeny racetrack in Tijuana on a little teeny black and white television, watching the Kentucky Derby on a 16-inch television, knowing that you have $1,250,000 on the line. And we went down there. Winning Colors does win the Derby, but like I say, that's not giving away the end of the story. And we go to the windows and we tell them, pay us, please. And they're like, no, we're not paying you today. Come back another day. We're like, no way we're coming back in another day. You want us to come back like on a Tuesday morning when nobody's here? I don't think so. So it was a really scary time. But, like all gamblers, we wanted to get our damn money.
Yeah. Well, that was the most interesting thing for the book for me, was when you and Dino were trying to think of ways, if we won this, how are we going to get the money out? You even talked about using a guy called 20% Tim, which was very interesting. I mean, how long did those conversations between you and Dino last? I mean, were they weeks on end? Did you call each other every week and say, how are we going to do this?
I don't know that they didn't last too long, because we usually did it like at a Mexican bar drinking margaritas or something. we thought that we would, we thought we had it figured out, but we didn't.
I mean, like I said, when I was reading the book, I was nervous for you guys. Number one, whether they're going to pay off the bet. Number two, how are you going to get your winnings out? But I was really concerned for your friend Big Bernie, who had even a bigger bet than you guys on a winning color. I think Big Bernie had the most interesting plan on what to do if he won. What was Big Bernie's plan, and did you ever consider doing what he was doing with regard to the winnings?
Yeah, Big Bernie's plan, right at that time in 1988, they were evolving really into sports gambling, particularly in Tijuana at the track. And his plan was if the horse should win, and mind you, a filly had won once in 114 years, and by the way, has not won since. To show you how difficult it really was. His plan was to deposit the money, just leave the money at the racetrack in a sports gambling account and not even try to bring the money back into the United States. But he was planning on continuing his life to become a rich man in Mexico and stay down there. We wanted to get the money and get the hell out. I wasn't planning on spending a lot of time in Tijuana.
Stick around. We'll be right back with House of Cards. Sign up at Jackpot.com and you can bet on the world's best lotteries where the biggest jackpots are up for grabs. Powerball, Mega Millions, some of the biggest lotteries can be found at Jackpot.com. Simply choose your lotto game, pick your numbers, or use their quick pick feature, and you're done. Sign up at Jackpot.com with code DRAW24 and get a free lottery ticket with your first deposit. Jackpot.com, it's the world of lotto in your hand. Terms and conditions apply. You must be at least 18 years old and in the United States to play. Void where prohibited. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
In a moment of need, every second counts. So first responders, delivery drivers, and visitors can find your home fast, even in the dark. This is about more than just a number. It's about safety, visibility, and peace of mind. We created a house number that is not only a beacon of safety, but also a work of art. Crafted from durable stainless steel and waterproof acrylic, with efficient, low-voltage LED backlighting, it's uniquely yours. Choose from 6 sizes, 4 fonts, and 6 colors, and match your home's mood with bright, neutral, or warm white halo lighting. Add dusk to dawn, dimming and timing controls for complete command.
Every order includes free worldwide shipping, plus a 2-year warranty on lighted numbers and all powering accessories.
This is the ultimate home upgrade. A perfect blend of style, quality, and function.
Buy yours today.
You're listening to House of Cards.
I'm talking sick piles of money. I'm talking lay on your bed in your Vegas room, throw the money in the air, and dance as it showers down on you money. I'm talking frosted glass limo money. I'm talking big cowboy hat, silver turquoise buckle money. I'm talking gambling.
I am in love with you.
Welcome back to House of Cards. Dave Weishuttle with you. House of Cards is brought to you by BetMGM Casino. Play your favorite casino games at BetMGM Online Casino. Slots, table games, live dealer games, everything you love about Atlantic City and Vegas, all online at BetMGM. Go to BetMGM Casino, create an account using our promo code Turnpike, and become a verified player. New players get $25 free when signing up, plus a first deposit bonus up to $1,000. That's promo code Turnpike at BetMGM.com for a 100% deposit match up to $1,000 plus $25 free. Must be 21 years or older to place a bet. Terms and conditions apply. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. For those of you just joining us, I am talking with Mark Paul, author of the book, The Greatest Gambling Story Ever Told, A True Tale of Three Gamblers, the Kentucky Derby, and the Mexican Cartel. Give us a picture of what this racetrack looked like. I mean, when you say racetrack, I think of, I'm here in New Jersey. We have a lot of racetracks here. You're in California. You have the beautiful racetracks there. I was trying to picture what the racetrack in Tijuana looked like. Give us a mental picture of what this racetrack looked like.
Well, Dave, that's what's kind of fun about the book too. Is that today everything's it's great that things are becoming legal and all that, but it's also becoming kind of sterilized.
Yeah.
And this was not like that. Albert Caliente was built, I believe, somewhere around like 1920. And it was like Caesar's Palace before there was Caesar's Palace. It was magnificent and soaring ceilings, and they had a casino and a spa and a hotel, and it was amazing, but it had fallen on very, very hard times. And I always say, I don't know if you guys remember that there was a really colorful movie called Planet of the Apes, and they go back to New York City, and it's 200 years later, and you see the Statue of Liberty, but it's 3/4 covered in sand, and the whole city is wiped out. That's a little like what Albert Caliente was. It was a shell of its former self. So you would walk through this cavernous, magnificent casino. If you can imagine walking through like Caesar's Palace, but it's 200 years later, and it looks like it's been bombed out in Beirut or something. So it's smoke-filled rooms, a lot of wild drinking going on, and hot tequila pouring girls running around, and you could drink the tequila off the girls' arms and stomachs or whatever, as long as you tipped her well. And it was a wild, kind of lawless kind of place. And I think a lot of gamblers kind of appreciate just reading about the way things were at one time, because it wasn't just the Wild West; it was the wild Mexican Wild West.
Now, as you said, you did win the bet, and I'm not going to give away the ending part because it's an absolutely fantastic story about how you actually got your winnings. But I will ask, whose idea was it to get those bodyguards that you brought down? And did you know you were in trouble when you first set eyes on those bodyguards? I mean, did you think you were in trouble? Because I was thinking, man, these guys are going to get rolled.
Yeah, well, we got the brilliant idea when we had to go collect the money, and we were not able to bring our own Brink security armed guards with us. A buddy of mine said, I know these guys, they're professional fighters, and they're really tough. And we thought, well, it's got to be good to go down with 6 guys. It's got to be better than 2, and at least we'll have some. We just call them the muscle. And we hired these guys, but we'd never seen them. And when they came to help us go collect the money, we didn't realize that they were like early Asian MFF fighters. And I think that the biggest guy was about 145 pounds. They were tough as hell, by the way. I wouldn't want to mess with them. But let's just say they weren't going to intimidate anybody. So we could take all the muscle and put them in one car with us. So the muscle wasn't such a good idea.
I like the fact I knew you were in trouble going down there because every time you went down there, you got auto insurance. So I was like, boy, there's no safe part of this trip for you. I thought that was hilarious.
It's true. I just figured, I was actually more afraid, worried about trying to collect the money. I was more worried about what would happen after we had the money and got to the parking lot. I just thought that's probably when we're the most vulnerable.
I gotta say, it's a great story, and your book has a ton of endorsements. How has the reception been for the book?
Well, thank you. I'm a first-time author, and it's really been amazing. I've sold nearly 20,000 copies. Everybody tells me horse racing's dead, and it's not. It's just absolutely taken off. It's been, it's called The Greatest Gambling Story Ever Told, and it's been number 1 in 10 separate Amazon categories. And what's been surprising to me is, I kind of expected to do well at number 1 in horse racing, but it's also the number 1 book in the country in horse racing, sports gambling, and a bunch of other things like sports biographies, organized crime, white-collar crime. It's just really taken off. So it's really been fun. Also on my website, if I can, markpaulauthor.com, there's a great 57-second video, a book trailer video, and it's a really fun. Just click on that, and you'll be able to get the video. I posted the the video up on Facebook, and I've had like 300,000 downloads of it. So, maybe horse racing and gambling isn't dead. We just needed a good story.
Well, what's next for the book? I mean, make a great movie or a TV show. What's next for the book?
Well, I live in L.A., and again, I'm a first-time author. I just didn't know what the hell I was doing. But I wrote the manuscript, and I gave it to some movie guys, because I'm in L.A., and there's more movie guys than anybody else here. Mm-hmm. And within, 10 days, I had optioned the book to some the guys that did Lone Survivor, very big movie guys. So the book has actually been optioned for a possible Netflix or other TV series, or a movie. I sure hope that happens. I think we got a good chance. I think it would be a really fun, colorful TV series. I sure hope that happens.
Mark, we're running out of time, but can you tell people how to get a copy of The Greatest Gambling Story Ever Told, A True Tale of Three Gamblers, the Kentucky Derby, and the Mexican Cartel?
Yes, it's so simple to find. I mean, if you just go to my website, markpaulauthor.com, you can see it everywhere, but it's literally everywhere. It's on Amazon. It's an ebook. It's a print book. It's a hard copy book. It's also a really cool audio book. If you like, consuming podcasts, you probably like audiobooks. It's on audible.com. So just go to my website. It's also on Apple Books. You really can't miss it. The greatest gambling story ever told. And I thank you, Dave, for having me on.
Mark Paul, author of The Greatest Gambling Story Ever Told, A True Tale of Three Gamblers, the Kentucky Derby, and the Mexican Cartel. Thanks a lot for coming on and telling us about it. It's absolutely an amazing, incredible story, and everyone should pick up a copy of the book.
Thank you very much, Dave.
Stick around. We'll be right back with more House of Cards. Hey, this is Dave Weishuttle from Turnpike Sports with this week's Bet Flash. With its January sports betting report, the state of Illinois reported its sixth consecutive month with at least $1 billion in total handle and fourth consecutive month with at least $200 million in revenue. The state passed $61 billion in all-time total handle, $8 billion in all-time revenue, and $1.27 billion in all-time tax revenue. With its February sports betting report, the state of Missouri passed $1 billion in handle over the first 3 months of sports betting and over $180 million in revenue. The state also reported its first month with at least $1 million in tax revenue. February's handle was half of what Missourians spent in December 2025, which was the first month of legal sports betting in the state. And finally, Sport Radar announced it expanded its multi-year agreement with Hard Rock Bet. The new agreement adds official PGA Tour and Ultimate Fighting Championship data odds and enhanced in-play betting capabilities. For the PGA Tour, new in-play offerings include micro markets such as hole winner and hole score. For the UFC, enhancements include strikes attempted and landed, takedowns, as well as a live match tracker. From the seaside to the desert, from the betting lines to the sites online, Turnpike Sports has got you covered. And be sure to follow us on Twitter at Turnpike Sports.
People gotta win sometime.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a giant, colorful check to deposit.
Welcome to another edition of Beating the House. I'm Doug Weishuttle here with Dave Weishuttle. We're going to be crisscrossing the country, sometimes the continent, sometimes even the world, talking about the latest jackpots in the casino and lottery industries. If it's $100,000 or more, we will be talking about it on this show. Game releases, jackpot announcements, info at turnpikesportsradio.com. thought we'd start today with a brand new game release.
Okay.
And I haven't seen it on any sites yet, or even in a casino. I don't think this is going to be in a casino. This is online gaming only.
Okay.
Pragmatic Play, which is an iGaming content provider, has come up with a game that kind of is a retro-style arcade-type game.
Oh, okay. So that sounds like fun. So I have to keep an eye out for it on online casinos here in Jersey. What's the name of it?
Chicken Plus.
Chicken Plus. Okay.
It's not an OTT channel like all these other things go with the plus mark.
Now
but,
let me
this
ask
is
you
Chicken
something.
Plus.
You mentioned like a retro-style game. Is it a slot game?
No, this is actually almost like it's a crash game kind of thing where you have to cash out before something bad happens to it.
I played one of the, what was it, on DraftKings, what was the rocket game?
Yeah.
It's a rocket that, launches and it goes up, and you have to, the higher it gets, the more money attached to it. And you have to get out, or what do they call it? Eject or whatever.
Explodes.
You have to get out before it explodes.
Yeah.
If it explodes before you get out, you get no money. But if you get out before it explodes, you get the money that is attached to it, depending on the altitude.
Right.
So is that the type of game
That's
we're
what I'm talking about. When you
Okay.
mention a crash game, that's what you're talking about.
That they're actually called crash games.
They're called crash games.
I did not know that.
Okay,
so
this-
Chicken Plus is if it's a crash game, is it like one of those two cars heading for each other and
No,
there's no
this is-
chickens involved.
This
in
is
it,
a
is there?
chicken. This
is
is
an
an
actual
actual
chicken.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the best comparison I could make, the old arcade game Frogger.
Oh, okay.
Because you're watching a chicken try and cross an 8-lane highway.
Oh, is it like the why did the chicken cross the road kind of takeoff thing?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
And
See,
basically,
when you said chicken and a crash game, I thought it was like the two cars heading for each other.
No,
this is an actual chicken.
This is a chicken trying to cross the highway with traffic coming on,
Okay,
whether
please,
it's...
Please tell me you have video playing.
I have video playing.
Okay.
Immediately when I saw the trailer for this, it brought back arcade, Frogger, all that stuff.
Sure.
And it's got all different little features in it where you got 4 risk levels, easy, mid, hard, and daredevil.
Okay.
Which basically, the higher the difficulty, the number of lanes get reduced a little bit, but also you see more traffic.
All right.
Now, I was watching it, and not only can the chicken get hit by a car or a truck, which ends it, could get caught up in the exhaust of a flying past jet plane.
Okay. Okay.
And every time the chicken dies, the betting round is over.
Okay. All right. So the jet plane thing you have no control over, right?
I have no control over the traffic. The traffic is what the chicken is going
I know, but you have control over the chicken?
Nope. You don't have anything.
Oh, okay.
That's what a crash game is. You place your bet.
See, I was thinking, you said Frogger, and you control the frog, so that's what I was
It looks
thinking.
like Frogger. That's what
okay.
That's the comparison.
It looks like okay. So
you don't control the chicken. You don't control the traffic. All you control is your bet size.
Okay. All
and
right.
as the chicken makes it
now.
along, you get to see how much your bet is going to pay out as it moves along the highway.
Okay. All right. Okay. So you have no. The only
You're thinking
control,
too literal when I said Frogger.
Okay. Okay. So the only thing you have control of is when you want to take your bet.
Two things:
or
your bet
when
size,
when you take when
your
you
bet
take
size, and when you cash out.
When it has risen appropriately, and you think, let me take it out before it gets killed. All right. Okay. All right. I see what happens.
Maximum win in the easy mode is 24 times if he makes it all the way across.
Mm-hmm.
In the Daredevil mode, which is the most volatile one, 3 million times your bet.
Wow. Okay.
So you can tell the odds of you making it across the highway are not that good when you're in the Daredevil mode.
Okay.
You just got to be ready to cash out when you can.
I'm on. When I find this, and I will play it because I'm intrigued by it, I'll definitely do the easy one first, just to see how this works. And,
well, Pragmatic Play on their website actually has a demo you could play.
Oh, okay,
so, but
good.
I have the trailer playing right now.
Okay, see, I don't. I have 3 monitors in front of me, and not one of them is carrying this video. So I have to fix that somehow.
Well,
so
I think when you first see this, immediately I thought Frogger. And you hear the music and everything else. A really, really arcade-style type theme.
Okay.
It's a very fun game, retro visuals.
See, I like that.
It looks like an 80s arcade game.
I like the fact that these games are coming out and you don't have the same old like slot games and things like that. I love the what they're doing with this.
Can I tell you, it's not the same old Crash game either.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. Actually, it's is more arcade-ish.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah. I like that. And by the way, the Crash games, it doesn't have the Crash games I played anyway. It doesn't have the different levels, like the different.
Oh,
like
they do.
They do.
Well,
I'm
when
not...
you increase the bet size.
Oh, okay.
The levels change.
See, I did not know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some of them are you do it. When you just change the bet size. Some of it do have you can set the volatility level too.
Oh, all right.
So they're all different ways of doing it.
So more volatile, you get more money back.
Right,
if
but
if you pull out at the appropriate time, that's what happens. Okay.
Exactly.
All right. Okay.
But keep an eye out for this. This is going to be fun to watch.
So,
whoever gets this first is going to. I'm going to be playing
so
it. So
Chicken Plus.
Chicken Plus
I can't
from
wait
Pragmatic Play.
All right.
Here in our casino segment, I usually hop around all over the place, around the country, different states. Unfortunately, we are not going to do that today because I didn't even realize it until I was going through my show notes before we started rolling tape here.
Okay.
We're going West Coast, all West Coast.
All West Coast, huh?
And we're going to start off in California, going to California for the Hummel Casino.
Okay.
Hummel Casino Resort. And by the way, yes, it's spelled J-A-M-U-L.
You sent me the notes before we... I don't look at the notes until like 5 minutes before, and it's Jamul,
but it's pronounced Hummel.
Hummel, okay.
Yes. Hummel Casino Resort.
How do you go find the actual pronunciation?
I looked it up.
I can tell you.
I looked it up.
I can tell you what I do during when I have interviews and stuff like that, and someone who I'm interviewing has a kind of an interestingly spelled last name. I go to YouTube to see if there's any other interviews and stuff like that. Did you do YouTube or?
Actually, I did not.
Okay.
What I did was, and this is something I've learned getting ready for a lot of these things. I do hear all the notes. I go to the previous newscasts that talk about these casinos.
Like the local news?
Yeah.
Okay. And how they pronounce it?
Hummel.
See, I would Jamul.
Well, the first time I did the search for this because we've had this casino on in the past.
Okay.
And I unfortunately have fallen into that
did
mistake.
You say it? Okay. What did you do?
I said Jamul. Yes.
Jamul? Okay.
But I've learned after all these years doing this show, go and look it up first.
Yeah.
Like a normal person would.
Yeah.
And not moronic me here, but it's Hummel.
Hummel. Okay.
And here we are at Hummel Casino.
Hummel. All right.
We've got a lucky guest who is remaining anonymous.
Okay.
$3 bet on Kong Skull Island.
Oh.
First of all, great movie.
Yeah.
The only one of the modern monster movies I like. Kong Skull Island.
Samuel
is the
L. Jackson, am I right?
And
John Goodman. Who else?
That's basically it. That's all it's in there.
I can't think of too many. But it was a good movie.
Yeah,
I didn't even know there was a game.
Is this
a new game?
It is the best of those monarch monster movies. The Mummy, Godzilla, King Kong, all those.
Okay.
This was the best one of the bunch.
All right.
I still haven't seen the TV series for the monarch monster stuff.
Skull, it's on a streaming network or something like that.
I think it's third season already.
Yeah, the guy. Oh God, I can't think.
Goodman was in the first season, but
the TV
no longer.
Wait, the TV show has
Kurt
Russell.
Kurt Russell. Now.
Yeah, Kurt Russell.
He took over for Goodman.
Okay. I was wondering about that.
Goodman was in the pilot.
So, tell me about Kong Skull Island. I haven't seen this game.
It's been around for a while.
It has.
Yeah,
all right.
Been around for a while.
Is it online?
We actually did a review of it way back when.
Really?
It's brick and mortar. I haven't seen it online yet.
All right.
If it ever gets to online, but it's a light and wonder game, fun game to play. Mm-hmm. Takes a lot of the movie elements into it. Really cool.
This is a game I'm going to write down, and I'm going to be in Atlantic City pretty soon. So
I have not seen it in Atlantic City.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'll look for it.
Kong Skull Island.
But this is a light and wonder Kong Skull Island game.
Okay.
$3 bet, $630,069.39. Mega jackpot.
Wow, I'm definitely looking for it now.
Well,
Kong Skull Island.
This was a result of the bonus round too, because the bet took it to the next level.
Okay, now this is a brand new thing. When we were kids, they never had TV shows or movies go to slot games
No.
and things like that. But does it incorporate the movie? Does
A
it
lot of
have
movie
people-
elements in it, yeah.
Does it have the characters of the movie?
Similarly shaped people. They look like the characters.
Okay, all right.
I mean, they couldn't do exact images.
Well, yeah. Well,
I mean,
if
they
they did a
licensed the
license
movie.
agreement.
Well, they
you know?
licensed the movie, not the actor's images.
okay.
Two different
All right.
two different licenses involved. That's a whole other revenue
Okay.
stream
All
you
right.
have to give away if you use their likenesses.
Okay, all right.
But here we are. We're going to be leaving California and Skull Island, and we're going over to Nevada and the Palms Casino Resort, where we've got a Dragon Link.
Okay,
jackpot. We're going from monsters to dragons. We have a Dragon Link at the Palms Casino, and we have a $125 bet.
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
Was it the high limit room? Because they have these high limit slots.
This was the high limit room area,
right,
or a
okay.
high limit area, I should
Well,
say.
some places
because they
have Dragon Link
rooms.
lounges
Yeah.
or whatever they call them.
No, this was the high limit area.
All right.
They didn't say whether it was just a slot room, but it's a high limit area, so I'm assuming they may have some high limit table games mixed in that
Probably
area.
off the main.
But a $125 bet.
Yeah.
Ended up paying out $242,677.
Wow. Okay.
And like you always ask, what happens afterwards? This person who was visiting from California decided to extend the trip.
Oh, there you go. Good.
That's the way to extend it.
Why not?
Yes.
Working. You're playing with house money now for the entire time.
Going back to California.
California.
Now, we've got a trio of jackpots to talk about. Here we are back in California, and we're going right off the bat to our old friend.
Oh, Thunder Valley.
Jackpot Valley.
Boy, that is just constant. At one point, it was every week there was a jackpot from Thunder Valley. Now it's like every other week. I mean, they are just cranking it out.
Well, just to tease next week's show.
Some pretty loose slots. I'm assuming it's a slot.
One is a slot.
One is a slot.
But
okay.
just to tease next week's show, we have another Thunder Valley.
Wow.
Much bigger jackpot.
Wow, okay.
But here we are. We've got a Friday night visit over at Thunder Valley for 2 jackpots, same night. We've got a Buffalo Link machine,
okay,
$10 spin, kicking out $230,069.
Wow, that's great.
That was during the bonus round.
All right.
Right after that, over in the bingo room.
Oh, bingo.
We got a bingo room.
Nice.
We've got the Thunder Jackpot game playing a bingo version Thunder Jackpot, $118,738.
Wow.
So I did not know they had bingo at Thunder
little
Valley.
Friday night bingo. You know, that's another thing I'm going to look for when I get down to Atlantic City. I'm going to see if they have bingo rooms. I don't
know
do they
if
even
anyone
have
has.
bingo
I don't know.
rooms?
That's a good question.
I mean, we'd had a couple weeks where someone's running pretty big on bingo.
Oh, yeah. Staying in California, we're going over to Cache Creek Casino Resort again. We've just recently did those. I think it was 2 weeks ago we did a Cache Creek.
All right.
Got another Dragon Link.
$30
bet.
We had 2 Dragon Links this week, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
We have a King Kong and 2 dragons.
All right.
$2 Dragon Link machine. It was a $30 bet on the $2 Dragon Link machine. $218,835.43. So congratulations to the Cache Creek Casino Resort Gambler.
Oh, okay.
Leaving California and heading back over to Vegas.
All right.
And Nevada, I should be more generic since I've got a Nevada map flashing up.
Okay.
Shift here.
Is it in Vegas?
It's in Vegas, South Point.
Oh, South Point.
We're going to South Point Hotel and Casino and Spa. Can't forget the
And
name.
Spa.
That's its formal name, South Point Hotel, Casino, and Spa, for a Pai Gow jackpot.
All right.
We've got a Pai Gow progressive jackpot, 7-card straight flush, 8 through ace of spades, with the joker used for the 9 of spades.
Okay.
I actually like that when you can throw the joker in there.
Yeah, why not?
It's a nice little feature to it.
Sure.
And we've got a side bet included with this.
Well, if it's a big jackpot, yeah, it's always a side bet involved.
Well, no, the $10 fortune bonus that was played only added another $10,000.
Is that all?
Only $10,000.
Is that all? Oh,
but
boy.
the total jackpot from the 7-card straight flush, $101,700.
Wow.
$701. I'm sorry.
Yeah, at one point, I don't know if it was last year or the year before that, we were having like Pai Gow jackpots like every week. At one point, I was like, well, I better start learning how to play Pai Gow because everyone's
Getting them back again.
Yeah, now we're starting to get back to Pai Gow. It must be a rush on Pai-Gow players now.
But this was the first time the bonus side bet didn't pay out the bigger portion of the money. This was only a $10,000 addition.
Oh, well, usually
it's
the progressive thing.
I'm not saying no to $10,000.
Usually,
I'm just saying,
for some games, you have to do the side bet in order to trigger the progressive part of the game.
Yeah,
but apparently not this one.
Well, this one, if you didn't do the $10 fortune bonus, it would have been a $91,000 jackpot.
Okay.
So he got
All
an
right.
extra $10,000
There you
for
go.
the side bet.
That's okay.
Last stop of the day, we're leaving the West Coast and we're going to Texas.
All right.
Texas Lottery. We've got
Why don't we get a lot of Texas Lottery? I don't remember us talking a lot about Texas Lottery.
Because
it seems like it's a huge state, and a lot of people would be playing Texas Lottery.
I will say it this way. When the Texas Lottery puts out a press release, they put out the press release as, before the person comes in and claims it.
Okay.
This time, I got the press release, and they had a link in it to a news story with it, too. So It was kind of a nice thing to see there.
All right.
But we've got the Texas two-step draw game.
All right.
First of all, rarely see a dollar draw game.
Ooh, that's nice.
Well, we're in Jersey. Everything is $2 and $5
$2
now.
Yeah.
So,
but a dollar draw, okay.
Yeah. All the draw games
That's
in
good
Jersey
to know.
are now $2
They
minimum.
ought to bring back the dollar draw game.
I miss those.
Yeah.
But, not a lot of lotteries want to do.
Everything's expensive now.
Exactly.
So.
You got to print out those tickets. Probably the paper costs have gone up and the ink. But here we have a dollar draw game from a 7-Eleven in Dallas, Texas.
Okay.
The winning ticket matched all four of the white ball numbers and the red bonus ball.
Okay.
So it's almost like a cash 5.
So is it 4 regular balls and
4 white and 1 red?
Okay. All right.
So he hit for $2.4 million.
Wow.
Yes.
On a $1 draw game,
Yep.
huh? Wow, that's great.
In terms of this game alone, second largest top prize since 2006.
Yeah.
And the second biggest since the game's launched in 2001.
Wow, that's great. Yeah, there should be more $1 draw games. I guess in Texas it would work better because, it's so big and it's so many people there. A $1 draw game, you can win $2.4 million on it. So,
but the largest one in this game's history. He came close to it, $2.9 million in April 27th, 2006.
I'm sure whoever won it is pretty happy with the 2.4.
And this is a progressive. This was, a Texas two-step starts at $200,000 jackpot and grows.
Wow.
So no one had won this for a while.
All right. Okay.
So, congratulations to our Texas Lottery winner.
Nice. Great.
And congratulations to everyone we talked about. We only do $100,000 or more on this show, so congratulations to everyone who's won a lottery or casino jackpot over the past week. Like I said, we only do $100,000 or more. There's a lot more of you out there. And game releases, jackpot announcements, info@turnpikesportsradio.com.
Well, that'll do it for us this week. We'll see you next time with House of Cards.
Across the desert plain, you build a house.